Just taking Michael Smith apart. 111 average. That's the best we've seen this weekend. Be interesting to see who can carry on their level of performance. We have seen players like Kevin Painter, class act, 100 average over his first 2 games this weekend.
Yes, Peter Watt did look impressive. He'll be playing Justin Pipe in the 3rd round tonight. Well, he's stayed up there as high man rather than going for the treble 17 ball, which would have been a way out. He's hoping that Robert Thornton can't take out this big 1-5-6 out shot, which he won't do now. So Andy Smith will be back for double 16.
Well, he could have been made to pay there, the pie man. But double 16's his favourite. Or one of his favourite. He does like double 18 as well, to be fair. Oh, last start in hand. Can he find that double 8? No, he can't. And look at that, Bob Thornton. That was a bark at the back of the stage from the little Scotsman. And there we go. The number 4 seed holds his throw, not without a little scare though for the pie man.
No, and an opportunity missed, you feel, for Andy Smith, if he is going to take out the number 4 seed and progress any further in this competition. You mentioned Robert being a Premier League regular. He's also enjoyed some good results on the Pro Tour this year. 3 Players' Championship wins. 2 of them back-to-back in May and another one in April. All in Wigan. He does seem to like playing in Wigan. Also was a finalist in Coventry as well last month.
Yeah, 5 finals. He's won 3 of them, although to be fair, he did survive match darts in a couple of those finals he won. But he got the job done, and he's looking to get the job done here against Andy Smith. He's looking in a feisty mood today, Bob. Not sure what's got under his skin. It's not like he's playing Roby John Rodriguez in Salzburg. Oh, we're going to have fisticuffs at one point in that game.
Yes, Roby John getting the home crowd behind him on stage in Salzburg and going a little bit over the top. Much to the chagrin of Robert Thornton. But Thornton did eventually edge out the Austrian 6-5 in that game.
Nothing over the top about it. He can do cartwheels on stage as far as I'm concerned. Cracking little player, Roby John Rodriguez, but Bob Thornton managed to do for him there, and he's looking to take a 2-0 lead against Andy the Pie Man here. Double top he wants. He is lethal on double top when he gets going. There it is, 2-0 now. And a breaker throw for the Thorn.
Game on. There's a chance to pile on the pressure to his opponent, throwing first in this 3rd leg. And 3-0 would take some getting back from, you feel, for Andy Smith. But we have seen big leads overturned this weekend on a few occasions.
Yeah, place 100 in the last 16 up for grabs against Andy Hamilton. This is in the same quarter of the draw as Peter Wright, who we saw so electrifyingly thrash Michael Smith. Bob Thornton's World Cup of Darts teammate, of course. Ended up losing out to Northern Ireland in the quarter-finals of the tournament earlier this year. 100. So it could be an all-Scottish clash in that quarter. Long way to go yet, though. We will find out by the end of tonight as the Pie Man looks to fill it up. And fill it up he does!
190! So against the throw, on for an 11 darter is the Pie Man. He'll be coming back for 96, and Robert Thornton looking in vain for a treble. Still not down to a finish, Thornton, so the Pie Man's got a bit of time to take this out.
And he is going to need it. But he'll be coming back looking at double top for a 13 darter. All Bob Thornton can do is put pressure on now. It'd be very interesting if this goes in the treble 20. It does. Would he have another one? He will, you know. And there'll be a bit of noise here. And the Pie Man's got to contend with that. He may just take a moment, let it die down. He's not a man to rush around anywhere anyway, the Pie Man. Down for double 10. Oh, just outside. That's not though, that's there, and Pie Man gets his first leg on the board.
Stops the rock and against the throw as well.
Game on.
So a good start here. Andy Smith will be looking for. And that's not quite what the doctor ordered at all on his throw. Just 43.
Oh, the loopy throw of Bob Thornton. And he does find his range. And we saw it in the Premier League, he threw an average of well into the 110s at one point when he's really hammering that treble 20. And double top comes to his aid. He's right up there with Adrian Lewis for my money and the best double top hitters in the game. It just makes it seem so easy. It's just 140, 180, 140 tops. It's just so easy for the man. It's that kind of play that got him all the way to the UK Open final when he went on and convincingly beat Phil Taylor in the final. Not many people can say they've done that.
Certainly not. Yep, a class act and
85.
worthy of his place in the Premier League. Worthy of his number 4 seeding here.
100.
And Andy Smith would love to cause a bit of an upset on the Dusseldorf stage and take out one of the top seeds if he can.
He beat Gary Anderson in Salzburg, didn't he? He does have that in him, and that's an unfortunate one. He's hit right at the end of the flight there, Pie Man. Ooh, the accusing look down on the floor of that dart. Oh, and Bob Thornton's making him pay.
140.
I think Thornton might have thought that was a maximum for a moment. All the same, he is down to a finish, and one where he only requires one treble. An important last start for Andy Smith, so he gets down to a manageable finish. So Robert Thornton for a 3-1 lead. He needs to find that treble for a double 18. No. Frustration.
60. And you're 136.
Now, to level the match. Oh, he's gone next door. He needed the treble 20 and he slipped into the treble 5.
120.
Well, he sets it up very nicely, but Bob Thornton's going to get 2 darts for a 3-1 lead and to get that break straight back. And it's double top, his favourite. Down for double 10. Wow.
And he requires
So a chance to bring us all square. Double 8 for the Pie Man. And we are Desmond. 2-2.
$97.
One more game to come for you in this afternoon session, and it is the arrival of the world number 1, the reigning world champion, Michael van Gerwen, top seed here in Dusseldorf, taking on a former world championship finalist, Mark Dudbridge, who was very impressive in his opening round win. It was the flash of old.
Certainly was, averaging 101 in his win over Jay Foreman. Hit a 10 darter in that match as well.
100.
So that will be a fitting way to round off the afternoon, as the second round lineup will get completed. Third round matches tonight, remember, and then the quarter-final, the semi-final and the final tomorrow afternoon.
87.
So far it's been another session where the seeded players have been going very, very strongly. Yesterday's evening session, when the seeds entered the tournament, we only saw one guy lose. That was Steve Beaton. He was knocked out by Kev Painter. And then today, we've only seen Ian White go out. So the omens are good for Robert Thornton and indeed Michael Van Gerwen. The Pieman will have something to say about that. Well, he's found the treble eight, so double top he wants, and double top he gets. Very, very efficient stuff from Robert Thornton.
100.
Very little to choose between these two after the first 5 legs. Should we be going all the way to an 11th leg decider, or can somebody just grab this match by the scruff of the neck, go up a couple of gears and then seal the win?
Well, we did say that 4 of the last 6 meetings between these two have gone the distance. All of them going the distance are going in Bob Thornton's favour. But the Pieman will still have hope. He backs himself, continues to plug away and takes his chances.
130.
He could pull off what would be a bit of an upset. Make no mistake, Bob Thornton is not a number 4 seed here by accident as he looks to fill this up. No, he ends up going next door.
35.
Looked easier to nestle in between those two darts, but he just slid the wrong side of the left-hand one. It's 125 for Andy the Pieman Smith. He's missed that. I think he's hit the 7. Yeah, so 118 left. Can't go out on that, but he can set it up. Well, I say he can set it up. Could just chip odd numbers off it and not leave himself a great deal at all.
32.
Yes, we've only seen one match this afternoon go all the way to an 11th leg decider. That was the first match of the afternoon. Brendan Dolan seeing off Jamie Lewis 6-5.
And you require 93.
Yeah, 180 in the deciding leg from Brendan Dolan helps swing it his way. Number 3 seed lives to fight on into the evening session, the last 16. Right, he's hit the 7 again, the Pieman, so 86 left. Treble 18 for double 16. Oh, missing big numbers left, right and centre, the Pieman.
36. You require
Not much help, and Bob Thornton, 81 for a 4-2 lead and a breaker throw. 12 for Bullseye. Bullseye he wants.
56.
Well, Smith's last 2 visits have, well, been a bag of nails, really. But he has got a chance that he thought he may not get to bring us all square yet again, wanting double top for 3 apiece, and hits it.
Well, there's some clear daylight in the averages between these two. However, you can see there, Thornton averaging nearly 100. The Pieman, 87.5. However, it's still 3 apiece. You can see they're similar in their scoring, but the Pieman, he's just been nowhere near in certain legs where Thornton has gone on to win them. Not that much difference in the checkout percentages. There's just been some scruffy ends to legs for the Pieman that hasn't really helped him a great deal.
60.
And that 60 won't help his cause. That Robert Thornton could set himself up well.
55.
Pulled a few into the 5s and the treble 5s as Robert
that's
Thornton.
a bogey number that he's left himself on as he shakes his head walking away from the board.
A missed opportunity from the Pieman to claw his way back into this leg. Bob Thornton's got 6 darts from here. He's looking to set this up. 86 left. Wow, frustration. However, at least that does mean when he comes back, he'll be looking at treble 15 for his favourite double top. Managed to take it out in the 5th leg. Well, that will help the Pieman. He's given himself a chance. But Robert Thornton, treble 15 he wants. It's only 15, so 20 for Bull. Went for the treble, missed it, so bullseye, and there it is! Robert Thornton goes back into the lead. A bullseye finish.
So still going with the throw then. But a good ball check out from Thornton. This is a better start from Andy Smith to the leg. Well, he was drifting into the treble 5s, drifted into the treble 1. 7 scored there.
Oh, that really is a bag of nails.
Somebody opened a window. There's a sudden freeze across the stage.
Don't mention that. It's James Wade v Adrian Lewis tonight. They've got history of breezes. Andy Smith in a very commanding position here as he looks to level the match at 4 apiece, and he's looking to fill that up. Oh, treating the treble bed like he treats his plate at the buffet. Grab as much on there as you can. Andy Smith on for an 11-darter.
83, and you want 41.
Yes, great leg of darts from Smith. 9 for double 16 now. Just a slight adjustment. Can he slide it in alongside? No, he can't, but he will be back. Thornton well adrift in this leg.
Well, needed a maximum just to get to a finish. He's not going to do that, and you'd almost see him almost throw absent-mindedly those darts. Not a great deal of effort in them. He did find a treble, but I think he knows that this leg is probably beyond his reach. Can the Pieman just confirm that now? I'm going to shuffle across the hockey. Double 8. Well, there it is. Threatened to do an 11-darter, had to settle for a 15-darter, but the result is the same. It's 4 apiece. And now we're in a game where it's just, well, next to 2 wins. And Bob Thornton fires in a 180. A look of determination on his face there.
Yes, I think he had written off that last leg long before it ended. But on his throat, kicking off for the maximum, but back comes the Pieman.
Well, you will see players sometimes do that, almost right off legs and just go, I've got to concentrate on getting off to a good start in the next leg. It doesn't always happen, but in this instance it really did. Whether Bob was sort of conserving some of his mental energy to try and really attack the start of this leg, it certainly paid off, whatever he did.
Because if it continues to go with the throw, and we go to an 11th and deciding leg, Bob Thornton will have the throw in that deciding leg.
I think with there not cameras on him, we could have had some industrial language at that one that he's just hit. Bob Thornton not left himself a finish, and the Pieman, a 140 will get him down to 1. It's the best he can do at the minute, and he's not going to manage it. So Bob Thornton will have 6 darts from 180. He needs to stay straight here. Doesn't want to see any of those 1s or 5s that have crept in on occasion during this match, just like that.
Right on cue, another shake of the head in frustration from Thornton.
55.
But he will be back. But all Smith can do is pepper this treble 20 bed to put some pressure on Thornton's shot.
Wow. A third 180. And what a time, and suddenly that shocker of a visit from Bob Thornton and his previous go at the board. Oh, look at this, can it be 25 and Bull? Oh, 2 balls! He's hit 2! He only wanted 1! He's had 2 goes at the 25. If he'd hit the 25 first start, he'd gone treble 20 tops.
107.
Well,
Ball 25 ball, it would have been spectacular. It's just too good. 2 balls from Bob Thornton. Well, that could be a game changer.
Yeah, definitely. Would you believe it?
Is Andy Smith going to go for the ball? He wanted the 25 and he's got it. He's not made the same mistake that Thornton did, and he wants double 18. He's usually so reliable on this. It's for a 5-4 lead and a break and throw. He'll be throwing for the match if he can just sneak this one in there. Last dart in hand. Oh, 2 darts go back in.
Rubber you require 18.
So Thornton's back for double 9 after a spectacular 2 bullseyes that he didn't really want, and he can't get the double 9. Well,
And you require 36.
Terrified of missing inside on that second dart. The Pie Man, oh, he's on double 9 now. He can't miss inside. And he hasn't, it's outside. It's very, very close. Can he use it? Oh, he snuck it in the corner. I think he thought he might have got in double 14, but the Pie Man has broken Thornton's throw. He goes 5-4 up. And suddenly, the man from Studley, the tree surgeon, could be about to foul one of the biggest names here we've got in Dusseldorf, the number 4 seed, Bob Thornton.
wow, an extraordinary twist to this game.
119.
As I said, almost by being too good, hitting 2 bullseyes. Now, if you wanted to do that in an exhibition, fair enough, but when you don't want to do it, you go and hit it, and it ends up giving your opponent a chance to break throw
Yeah.
and be thrown for the match.
Yeah, this could be the final leg of the match. Thornton's not started brilliantly. And the Pie Man, yeah, he's chuntering away to himself at the back of the stage, shaking his head. Now he's trying to gee himself up just above the wire, but he should be able to use it. Oh, he's not done so. Ooh. And Andy the Pie Man Smith has got a healthy lead.
Just needs to keep his focus, Andy Smith, as the finishing line draws ever closer. But Thornton's not doing too much to put any sort of pressure on the Pie Man.
Oh, this may be, well, it's certainly among Bob Thornton's worst legs of the match here. Pie Man being allowed to just amble towards the finish line. What can Bob do here? Well, he's found the treble once, and he's found it again. It doesn't get him down to a finish though. So Andy Smith has got 6 starts from 167 for a 6-4 win to beat Robert Thornton for just the second time in 12 attempts. Well, he doesn't need to go for treble 19 ball. So Robert Thornton just needs to put a dent in this, try and apply some sort of pressure. If he were to nick this leg, he would be throwing in the decider. He had the advantage, but Andy Smith should get match starts here.
So to knock out the number 4 seed here in Dusseldorf. Double 4 for Andy Smith for a 6-4 win, and he does it. Well, what an extraordinary game. Robert Thornton not happy with himself, but all credit to Andy Smith.